Hello, everyone. It is Preacher Man Sports. Welcome back to another video. And this is actually a preseason preview. So, yeah, I don't care if this is preseason, but football for this team right here, Denver, for the Broncos, is back this Sunday. I don't care if it's preseason, it's still football, all right? Lots of people like casual are gonna say, "Oh, but what's the point?" If you understand the game of football, especially for the Broncos, you would understand that for this sake, there's gonna be a lot of battles happening because preseason is all about fighting for a roster spot. It's mainly for the fans, and it's all about for these players fighting to stay on the roster. And a lot of intriguing battles for this preseason. Last preseason, it wasn't really like battle except maybe defensive line depth. That was pretty much it. But this season, we got a lot of preseason battles to go through. I'll get to the big one last. We got corners to deal with. Some of them are getting hurt. Like Levi Wallace, he's hurt with a hamstring injury. He should be fine though. But we don't know who's going to be our number 2 corner because I guarantee you, I really hope it's not Damari Mathis. He is burnt toast. Riley Moss, intriguing to see how he does. He's been kind of up and down in training camp, but training camp. Chris Abrams-Drain, one of our draft picks, is another candidate. But I'm not exactly sure for that. Like safety, the safety room has trimmed down because Caden Stearns is finally off my team, thank God. Like, let's be for real. Guy wasn't really that good. He had one good rookie season, and ever since then he's been hurt, he's been getting cooked in man coverage, and he's not a good run stopper. But anyway, besides that, now J.L. Skinner, my brother, is going to be getting a chance. And with Brandon Jones being injured with a hamstring for right now. And then there's P.J. Lott, who's going to be starting. But that's really that side. The centering position. We have no idea who our center is going to be. With Cushenberry leaving, going to the Titans, he can get overpaid over there. I have no idea that he was going to want that much money or if he was going to resign him because he had one great season. That was last season. And, players tend to do good in their contract year just to get paid. And then when they get paid, they turn right back into showing you why they shouldn't have got paid in the first place. But it's going to be between Alex Forsythe, an Oregon center. I think he was with Bo Nix, actually. And there's another guy. I can't remember his name right now. But we'll just be seeing what that goes into. The running back battles is kind of intriguing because Estimate, our running back from Notre Dame, we drafted, and McLaughlin from Youngstown State, who we undrafted, are safe. It's between Javonte and Samaje Perine to determine who's going to stay and who's going to get cut. And in my opinion, I think Perine's going to be on the chopping block because Javonte, this is his last season. You might as well let him play through in his contract to see if he deserves it. Perine, he's also a free agency, but he's like a serviceable backup. But I think Perine's gonna get cut. Tight ends are kind of intriguing. Dulcich, if he can stay healthy, he'll be a great pass catcher. He's not a good blocker, but his pass catching with his speed is really undeniable. Then there's Lucas Kroll, who I think is underrated. And then there's Adam Troutman, who is complete garbage. He's not a good blocker, and he has butterfingers for hands sometimes. And then there's the big one. Quarterbacks. The unofficial depth chart came out, and it showed Stidham as our starting quarterback, followed by Zach Wilson, followed by Bo Nix. And immediately, I'm not even shocked, immediately, national media coverage, team media coverage was all over it, panicking, saying, "Oh, look at Bo Nix. Look at him. He's the quarterback 3. I hope you know a lot of rookies be at the bottom of their depth chart. except guys like Caleb Williams and Jay Daniels, because who else do they have to turn to? And those were the first two picks in the draft, so of course they're probably going to be starting, like on their unofficial. And there's some guys even in this community who wants to say, "Ha ha ha! What I tell you, Bo Nix is blessed." Yeah, you know who you are. But yeah, we all know Bo Nix is gonna start by week 1, so there's no reason to panic. All right, he's been having a great training camp. I'm excited to see what he does against the Colts this Sunday. I think Stidham starts off obviously in the first quarter. I think Zach Wilson will come in maybe in the second and maybe half of the third. And then the rest of the way, I think Bo Nix will show it off. But that's just me, though. I'm not sure how it's going to work because I think the starters for the game is going to be later on today. I'm not really sure, but regardless, yeah. I think for the Broncos, for this game against the Colts, it's just to see how these young guys turn out because we're rebuilding. If I had to come up with a prediction for this game, I'd say Colts have good depth, but I'd say the Broncos win maybe by a score of 21-20. I think Will Lutz kicks like a last-second field goal that makes us win the game. But yeah, depending on how we play in the preseason, because literally when teams play great in the preseason, they end up sucking ass in the regular season, and vice versa with teams being terrible in the preseason, end up killing it in the regular season, and then teams being like 2-1 end up being mediocre, like 6-11, 7-10, 8-9, and then teams that are 1-2 end up being okay, like 10 wins. So yeah, let the young guys play. That's my thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Anyways, this is Preacher Man. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Let's go Broncos. And for all the Bronco fans, you need to chill out. We all know Bo Nix is gonna start by this end of this preseason. This is an unofficial depth chart, so it doesn't mean anything. All right, unofficial. Keyword unofficial.